Hey guys, so this is going to be a really quick recipe. Something easy. I've seen it on YouTube. Alright, so I'm going to try it because it looked really good. Now, you got to get your potatoes and you've got to cut them really super thin. From what I saw, and I'll tell you guys if this was, the recipe looked pretty basic. It's just a fun recipe is what this is. Okay, it's just a fun recipe. So we're going to do that. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I think it'll turn out pretty good because the recipe looks really fun to do. This is something fun to do with your kids. So we're going to let those cook for a hot minute. I'm going to get some cheese. Can you lower that, Jeremy, please?
What?
Lower it. Just put some crumbled up cheese. I'm worried it's going to stick to the pan. The recipe said to use mozzarella. I'm not using mozzarella with eggs because that's not a flavor that we would like. However, it does worry me putting the cheese directly on that like they did. They did mozzarella and they made it come out real pretty, and my instincts and my mind are telling me, Elena, if you put that cheese on that pan, regardless of how seasoned it is, it's going to stick and you're going to have a hot mess. So I'm not going to do that. We're going to do eggs first. They did cheese and then eggs. And when you cook and you follow directions off of YouTube, that's from Diddlyicious channel. Y'all better be careful because a lot of stuff they do just Okay, so that's from Diddlyicious channel, y'all. Have a little bit of discernment with that stuff because I see them do some stuff and I'm like, oh hell no. But they get a lot of views. They get millions of us because we sit there and we watch them create these beautiful things, right? But if you're a cook and you've been cooking for a long time, you can look at some of the stuff they do and go, yeah, no, that ain't gonna come out like that. That didn't come out like that for them. You just have to have, you know, for some of you young cooks, it's gonna be a while before you can tell when somebody's cooking if that flavor's gonna be right. Now, I don't even know if this is gonna come out like they did it, but I'm gonna see. They made a pancake. So the potatoes are just about done. Okay? And I'm going to pour from the 6 eggs. Let's just do it. Let's put them all in. Or 4 eggs, sorry. I know Christopher will eat 4 eggs. Now, the idea, I think, is that the eggs will calm the potatoes down from frying and will make a bottom. They put cheese to make the bottom. That ain't gonna work on any pan. It may work on your Teflon pans, and if you're still using Teflon, I'll pray for you. But, and some of y'all can't afford anything different, so I'm still gonna pray for you. And it's not a diss, it's just you shouldn't be using them pans or eating that Teflon. It's making you sick. We don't know where the cancers are coming from. We don't know all this stuff, right? But I can guarantee you that a lot of stuff they give us, they just laugh at us for using it. They do. Okay. When we say we see, it's not with our eyes. We see with our spirit. I know I sound crazy when I talk like that, I know. But when I say have discernment, it's let your spirit talk. Let your spirit talk to you. So I just put a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I put a little bit of butter down first to help alleviate any sticking of that egg in between. And I know that'll do a good job. I put a pinch, I'm putting another little pinch because there's a lot going on. Not a whole big pinch. When we say have discernment, what we're really saying is open your eyes and look. Open your spiritual eyes, meaning your senses and your, you know. It's so hard to talk to people that are asleep because they have no clue because they don't go to the Father. I'm only awake because I went to the Father crying like a child. to open up your, we're going to cover this for a hot minute. That barely fits on there. When we say have discernment, it means let your spirit talk to you, because your Holy Spirit is God, and He will guide you in everything that you do if you can hear Him, if you can hear it. Now a lot of people hear Him audibly. He talks to me by pictures. So a lot of times I'm, doing something, and all of a sudden he'll put something in my head. I'm not even thinking about that, and boom, there it is. Now, is it just me thinking about that? Well, if I'm thinking about one thing, if I'm thinking about what I want to make for dinner, and all of a sudden he pops in, shows me a picture of heater of propane, the little containers of propane. He's telling me, get more. You need this. That's the way He talks to us, you guys. It's hard to explain, because that's the way He talks to us. If He wants us to do something, He'll show us a picture, and that picture will not leave until we do what He says. And so you can follow Him or not, but He ain't going nowhere, and He's going to keep talking to you. And it's awesome though. It's so awesome because you get treated like His child. I don't know how else to explain it, you guys. He does have a sense of humor. He does, love us, but He knows we're children compared to Him, compared to, the angels that are up there or whatever. We are children. Because, well, they know more. The Father knows, infinity more, but the angels know more because they know what's going on. But we are more divine than them. We are, created, divine, and they know this. That's why the angels protect us, because they know that we don't know. So sometimes when He tries to tell me to do something, I'll be like, oh, hell no. And then of course I have to repent for saying hell, right? And I'm like, oh, please. Like, what the heck is that? He kept showing me a picture of a pipe. I'm like, what the heck are you showing me? And I kept, it kept bothering me. And so I went on YouTube, and I just started looking in man makes pipe. And wouldn't you know it, this guy came up on this YouTube channel making this pipe. And he's like, look, you can put it down a well and pull up 1.5 gallons of water. I made it with CVP pipe. And he says, but if you don't want to do that and you want to buy it brand new, you can get it at Lehman's. So I'm like, oh, is that it? So I went to Lehman's, and sure enough, the picture that I'd been shown in my head is the same picture that is on that website. But it took me a long time before I finally gave in and tried to find it. I was like, what in the world are you showing? I'm not looking. I don't know what the heck that is. A pipe? Why would you show me a pipe? But when I talk to Him, it's in my mind too. I'm not like talking out loud. Sometimes I am. I'm like, what's He trying to show me? What is that? And okay, so here, this is just American cheese. Mozzarella on a breakfast deal. I'm not digging that so much. So we're using, that's American cheese, because if I don't use it, it's going to go bad. Now, I know this is sliced cheese. This is the cheese that my Christopher really likes. It's processed, yes it is, but I'm just using 2 slices. We're going to roll this up like a pancake. We're going to call that good. Plenty of cheese. Now, let's try and roll this sucker up. Let us pray. Okay, so you see how nothing sticks when you season your pans amazingly well? You see it? Look at that, it moves around in there. Look at that. See that? When you season your pans really good, that's what you're going to get. So, we're going to roll. You guys! You guys! Oh my God, it works! I mean, it's a little shabby. It's not as pretty as theirs because that's not reality. They probably used a way smaller pan. This is gonna be a damn pancake, you guys. OMG, look at that. Oh my God, I'm so excited! Yay! Oh my gosh, Jeremy, look at this. This is like, oh, okay, you guys, deal. The first person that creates this and puts a video up and sends me a link so I can see that you tried it, will get a vacuum sealer. Oh my God, you guys. Can you see that? Can you guys see that? Doesn't that look amazing? Look what I made you, Christopher. Hey. This is all cheese and an extra potato. Look at that. Look at that. That egg is cooked. That's just, yeah. Hold on, let me just show it on. Oh my God, I copied a thingy. Can y'all see that? Hold on. Okay. There we go. Y'all see that? Look at that. First one that makes it sends me a link. Here. It's an omelet with potatoes. I will give you a brand new, in the box, vacuum sealer. How about that? How about that, beeswax? Oh my God. I'm making me one. All right, scrumdiddlyicious. But I know that cheese deal did not work. That's why I didn't put the cheese down first. You have to put the egg down first. If I had done what they suggested, I think we would have had a hot mess. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm having all kinds of fun. You know?
Are those mine? Potatoes?
Would you want a potato pancake or you just want potatoes?
I just want them. I just want to like potato chips. Look, they're like potato chips, people.
Alright, I gotta put some more oil in there if you're gonna have potato chips.
Look, they're like potato chips.
Yeah.
But you can make them your own. Without buying. Well, they're made of potatoes. That's what they are, right?
Alright, I want to make him some potato chips first. Actually, potatoes. And I will get back to you with my omelet. So instead of doing your traditional French fries, try doing something different. Like make them like this. Your kids, and you can do a lot like this. You don't have to do a little bit. I'm just making this much. It's only for Jeremy. But sometimes when you cook the same thing, but shape it differently, it wows your kids. Because right now, your kids are bored. They are bored out of their skull. Have one layer, and then maybe you put in a base, which could be like, what are you doing? No. Okay. You need a base, and egg works perfectly. You can do
What do you mean?
like maybe do this, but maybe have some mashed potatoes. What are you doing?
I'm getting a bowl.
For what?
For potatoes.
No, you use plastic.
I'm sorry.
Get her off my table. What's in that bowl?
Nothing.
If I go over there and I find a mouse in one of my bowls, I swear you're gonna go to your room for the rest of the day. Is there a mouse in that bowl?
No.
Go bring me the bowl.
There's no mouse in the bowl. No.
You're lying straight to your teeth.
No. Look, empty.
Where's the mouse? Oh God, go throw it away. Right now, get it out of my house.
It's dead.
I know it's dead.
It's not. It's still.
Listen to me. Get it out of my house. Pick up the egg carton. They fell all over on this and that.
I just picked them up
Well,
earlier.
pick them up again. Oh my goodness. So one of our cats caught a mouse, and they've learned to do the death bite. So if you don't like hearing about my dying, then you might not want to listen to this. But he had it in a jar. Because our little cat killed it. And there was one lady sent a message on my Giants video. You should let the mouse go. I think I deleted her. I don't know. She's just an idiot. I'm like, lady, I don't want to farm. They get in our food. I'm not gonna let the mouse go. My cat can kill it. It can kill it. So anyway, all right, drama here on the farm. Anyway, listen, your kids are bored to death. All right, they are bored. Is make these, and you can put them on a plate, and put pour cheese on it. You know, your nacho cheese. You can buy that cheese in the can, or you can get the Velveeta from the dollar store in those little bags. You know, those little they're in Mylar bags. They last forever. So, well, not forever, but they do last. And make them potatoes like this. I'm telling you, kids, they need change. So if you've been trying to think of different ways to make your potatoes, do this. Now, but this They'll get excited. At dinner, you want to see them excited? Do this. Some of you are like, why do I do that? I've tried to cut potatoes in every different way as possible. Probably have. Now this pan is really hot. I just did Jeremy's French fries. So if you're working with a cold pan, then you need to let it heat up a little bit on low. You don't want your pan scorching hot, but you do want it heat up before you put the potatoes in. There's probably about a tablespoon in there, you know, floating around. Not a lot. It's just whatever sits on the pan. Now, I know this is heated up. See? And I have it on the lowest setting. And since the eggs are gonna push the potatoes out like this, I'm just gonna put them to the end. I don't even know if I'll eat something this big, but we're gonna give it a big effort. This would be so fun. Like if you have 2 kids, one of these would be enough for 2, and they only take a few minutes to make. Just gonna cut little slivers so it'll melt faster. But remember, if you put chunks, it's gonna take time to melt the chunks, so you might want to do, you know, do slivers or grated. Do grated. Yeah, I'm gonna use one. When it's time, I will lay that out. I'm not going to take the time to go wash my board so you see a clean cutting board, okay? I'm making potato omelets. I will clean up when I'm done. Because y'all know you don't go cleaning up all your mess after every little thing you make. Y'all know it doesn't happen that way. It's not real life. We're already at 7 minutes that they've been in that pan. And cast iron gets really hot. You can lower the flame, but this cast iron is extremely hot. It's not something you want to mess with. Okay, so now I'm going to pour my eggs. This is just egg white and 1 egg yolk. Oh, I was going to put butter down. Dang it.
You forgot the butter? I
forgot. It's all right. See? Because I made it last with me Christopher's.
I'm still hungry.
Oh, you ate them all?
Yeah.
Well, how about I make you an egg? I gotta make you something else. You can't just eat potatoes.
Yeah.
Pancake? How about a potato pancake? And I just roll it up like that. Nah. You need something else besides potatoes, Jeremy. Alright, so y'all know that I did that, right? You see that? Now, what I'm going to do, I know you guys are going to go, oh no, what is she doing? Now the hot dogs, the gourmet hot dogs, I separated it into freezer baggies because I am the only one really that will eat this, as I said. So I'm going to put some of this. Now this is really hot. This isn't something that I would eat a lot of. That's about all probably I would serve myself, because that has a lot of chili in it. Oh my goodness. If this comes out good, I'm making this tomorrow too. Because it just looks good. I'm tooting my horn right now, you guys, because this really is awesome. Now I know that meat is flavored, but I know that the eggs and the potatoes are not seasoned. I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper. I don't want too much more heat in that. And I'm gonna put some salt. Again, the salt is going to be like a pinch, and maybe a tiny bit more than that. And you know what I am gonna do though? I know y'all are saying, no, don't do it, don't do it. I'm gonna put in a little bit of butter anyway. Jeremy, don't do that. I'm gonna put in a lot. fine. Yeah. A little bit. That's not, I put a whole teaspoon, maybe a tablespoon there. All right. Now I gotta cover it because if I don't cover it, the top won't cook. So let's just put the cover on. Just put it down first. Put down the cheese. Now this is just straight up Monterey Jack. Cut into little pieces. I could spread the love everywhere. I'm probably not even gonna eat this whole thing. This is huge. I mean, normally I'll eat 2 egg whites and 1 egg yolk, and I'll give the other one to one of the dogs. Usually Aramis gets it because she's, well, but I give Rusty other stuff. Rusty is not an abused dog. They are also spoiled, but because Aramis does protect us, Aramis does have a job for us, I treat her a little bit special. I do, and I raised them both as puppies. Jeremy got Rusty as a puppy from his papa, and so I raised them both as puppies. But Aramis, we got her specifically in California because there were a lot of break-ins in our neighborhood, and 8 houses got hit up one day, and the only reason we didn't get hit up was because we had a dog, a protection dog, and that dog passed away, and we were very sad. And I told my husband there's no way, because he would work nights, and I told him there's no way I'm living in this house alone when you're gone at night. No flippin' way. So he had gone to Costco, and the guy pulled up with a sign on his door that said trained German Shepherds. And so he brought the number home. I called them, and the guy had trained dogs for the police departments. He wasn't anymore. At the point that I met him, he was now just helping people train their dogs and stuff. He was no longer supplying the police departments, but they were being trained that way. Okay, I'm gonna cover that for about a minute. And so I went there, and I wanted your typical brown and black German Shepherd, and he had a lot of black ones, and he probably had about 6 black ones and about 4 of the brown and black one, or the brown and black spotted one. And he said, I told him I want one of the spotted ones, and he said, or you know, the traditional German Shepherd. And he said, well, he goes, all right. So he took me way back there, and he showed it to me. He goes, let me ask you something. He says, why do you want this kind? And I said, well, for protection. And that's the traditional look. And he said, well, let me tell you something. These are boys. These boys have to be taught how to protect somebody, how to protect someone they love, because they do have feelings that way. Not exactly like us, but similar. He said, now those black German Shepherds that are girls, they don't have to be told to protect. They will do it on instinct. That black German Shepherd will die for their master, will die for you. This brown and black one, I have to teach it how to do that. It won't do it on its own. Kind of like how the world is. Men are taught how to do all these things, hopefully by their fathers. Women, you talk about a woman protecting her babies. A woman will protect her babies like a bear. Okay, they will die before anybody hurts their babies. He said, same goes for these dogs. If you really truly want a protection dog, now they're cheaper. I'm gonna lose money if you buy one of those versus this one. But I'm looking at you, I'm hearing you, and I know what you need, and I'm telling you, you want one of those. So I went over there, I went back to them, and I got inside the pen, and Aramis came and laid her right between my feet, and he goes, well, it looks like she found her new owner. And I'm like, well, and the other dogs didn't come near me, but that one, she came right and sat down right between my feet. And I said, well, I guess you're coming home with me. And her name is Aramis. And when we were gonna let her have one litter, but she hurt her leg last year. And then now this year, I don't know, I think she's just too old. So I'm really leery about, oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. Oh my goodness. So I'm really leery about letting her have babies now. So, and her bloodline, you guys, oh my goodness. You talk about saving a bloodline. Okay, I'm trying to use 2 spatulas because I know on here the egg is really thin. Not like thick like Christopher's was. I know I'm in the way. Let me trim this. All right. It still works, it's just hard for me to maneuver this big old, now if I did it in a smaller pan, it probably would have come out way better. Alright, we gotta cut this doohickey in half. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is huge. Okay. Now, probably had I left the yolks in, it would have came out, but it still came out. I'm still impressed. I'm still like beside myself right now. So anyway, we brought her home. Her name is Aramis, after one of the Three Musketeers, because I named her before I was awake. And when she has her children, her sons, I'll keep 2 of her boys, and they're going to be Porthos and Athos. So we have Aramis, Porthos, Athos, and D'Artagnan. That name will not be taken because that was a Chow Chow I had a long time ago, and he looked like a lion, and so his name was D'Artagnan, and so nobody will take his name, because I love that dog to pieces. Alright, you guys, here we go. Alright, I'm gonna leave it on. Jeremy wants more potatoes. He's really picky. Okay, so let me, y'all gotta do this. Look at that. I mean, it's everything you would put in your food anyway. It's just a different way to present it. You know what I mean? It's like, you can just make the potatoes separate, make the eggs, put the meat, and eat it separately like that. But this is just another way for your family to be like, oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna put the oil back in because Jeremy wants more potatoes. So I'm just gonna cook him. Put it back up on high. Only takes a few minutes to make those. So, but while we're waiting on that, I am going to take a bite of this, because every time Alaska Prepper ate his food, he drove me completely bananas. Because I knew what he made was going to taste good, because he used a lot of good ingredients. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what we're going to take a bite. I want a bite of everything, so let me get over here. Okay, got a little bit of chili in there. See that? The stain camera. Okay, see that? A little bit of everything. Oh wow. It's a different way of making an omelet for your family. Go ahead, make a video. First one to send me a link that you did this, so I can see it. I will send you the vacuum sealer, because I'm not going to use it. It's just sitting there. And you can do any I don't care what variation you do. I don't care what you put in it. You can just drop hot dogs, cut them into little coins, and put those in there without the chili for your kids. That would be an awesome dinner.